Hey guys, welcome to the Jaden Olmstead Show. I'm Jaden Olmstead and this is my show. Today I'm going to talk about whether or not it is a good idea to be buying index funds as they reach new highs. At the time of me making this video, the stock market is right below reaching a new all-time high, and really, the market is often making new highs or approaching them. To put the answer simply, whether or not to buy in depends on you and your specific investing style. We're going to break this video down into 3 parts: the downsides, upsides, and whether or not you specifically should be buying at all-time highs. Before we start, I'd really appreciate it if you guys like the video, so make sure to go make the like button hit a new high. If you want a huge head start to investing, make sure to check out the links in the description below. When buying at an all-time high, you are effectively pushing the price of an asset higher than it has ever been. Do you think Warren Buffett would buy an index fund at its peak? Of course not. And many value investors would prefer not to either because bargain prices don't appear at highs. The biggest index funds hold really good businesses that likely have very bullish futures, leading to new highs pretty regularly. However, by buying at a peak in price, it's nearly impossible to say that you are getting into these companies when they are cheap. For some long-term index investors, this is perfectly normal and just a part of market cycles. For others, such as security analysts and active investors, it may be seen as bad investing. Personally, I am always going to buy index funds regularly because timing the market is not an efficient way of investing for 99% of people. If you are a long-term index investor, I strongly recommend you do the same. Contributing regularly with determination and patience is the key to successful index fund investing, and you should not let the short-term price of the index sway your decisions. So overall, what are some of the downsides of buying index funds at highs? Well, we know you're not getting a steal of a price and you may be entering an expensive position. Don't dwell on these though, because we'll go over why it's completely fine and even sometimes beneficial to buy at new highs. For the overwhelming majority of people, buying index funds at all-time highs is the right decision, and the majority of people need to only prioritize time in the market over timing the market. Well, for one, the S&P 500 has been within 5% of an all-time high for nearly half of the time since 1950. This is because all-time highs tend to run on and reach even higher highs. If you decided not to buy near all-time highs, you wouldn't have investing nearly as much over the past 70 years. Besides, the returns of buying at all-time highs versus buying at other times are very strange. The first year, the average return buying within 5% of all-time highs is 8.2% compared to 9.3% when buying off all-time highs. But for 3-year returns, buying at all-time highs is actually higher at 8.2% compared to a 7.4% return off highs. According to Meb Faber, buying at all-time highs and buying bonds outside of all-time highs actually beat buying and holding performance with lower volatility. For international and emerging markets, this becomes even more true with better returns found at longer running highs. Let's look at data by Of Dollars and Data and see what their models found. They did a historical analysis of 3 investors who invest $100 every week for 30 years. One investor is a dollar cost averager, or someone who invests the $100 consistently every week no matter what. And the second is an all-time high avoider. They make a decision every week and they decide if the market is at a high, they will save the money for the next time they invest. When the market is not at an all-time high, they will invest all of their saved money. The third investor is a godlike investor with knowledge of exactly what will happen. This investor saves his hundreds and only invests them at the perfect bottom between 2 market highs. This way he is paying the least. So what happened? Well, the dollar cost averager did best, the godlike investor underperformed him usually, and the all-time high avoider underperformed the most often. The dollar cost averager beat the all-time high avoider 82% of the 30-year periods from 1928 to today. The godlike investor was beaten approximately 70% of those periods. How is this? Time in the market leads to dividends and compounding growth. Guess who had the most time in the market? The dollar cost averager, the person with the simplest and easiest investing philosophy. By just investing in good index funds consistently, you can get great performance. Overall, performance is great at highs because of long-running, record-setting bullish movements. This is also true for assets such as gold and Bitcoin, but of course this is just historical analysis and it doesn't guarantee any future performance. So should you? You should probably be buying into the market at all-time highs. Unless you are buying individual stocks with a desired margin of safety and price, then you should absolutely buy and hold index funds consistently. Buying lower improves your overall position, and buying right as highs emerge can lead to great portfolio performance despite higher prices. What you need to know is that new highs are often a sign of bullish performance, and it's better to buy in rather than wait for a market crash. Time in the market is key, and joining the market today has better average performance than waiting until tomorrow. You can never catch the bottom of the stock market, and trying to is usually just a dangerous waste of time. If you invest in index funds, invest simply. Set a schedule to regularly buy more of your funds and stick to it. Put the money in and forget about your funds until it's time to use them. That's about it for the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section and I'll make sure to answer. Here's the comment of the day. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.